everyone. Today I was busy writing some stuff and then I got forgot, but you are welcome to today's class, right? So I'm going to talk a little undertone because I'm watching here for the librarian. So if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. If not, if I have to shout more than I'm doing, then I have to find a way of doing that. So if you can hear me, please let me know. Okay. And if you are also here, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know whether you are here too. Okay. So I want us to quickly run through what we did the last time, right? Sorry for rescheduling the time. I gave the explanation on the platform why I am scheduling the time around this time. So um, I have to do that so that I can meet other responsibilities too. So let's see what we did the last time. Let's just quickly run through what we did the last time, right? So the last time we saw where economics is actually coming from. So knowing that economics doesn't come from anywhere but comes from the home, right? What it means is that if you want to think about where do we practice economics, it's not because you came to school, but you start practicing it from home. And we see how even at your age you can be able to tell that the things we have in the home are not enough. Mommy is able to calculate stuff in the house to know that whatever resources you have in the house are not enough, right? I also remember we went through what we mean by resources, and then we went to wants, and we saw those all those small things. So if you have forgotten about that, you can. It's still, the video is still there on the channel. So click on it and watch to remind yourself. So today I'm not going to go through all those ones because you know it already. If you can't remember, please just go back and then watch that video. Okay, just go to the channel and watch the video. And those who have not subscribed, they subscribe so that it can be easy for you to access the information. So I will not have to be constantly trying to remind you that the class is now or something like that. Okay, so let's see what today's class is going to be like. Last time we did the micro and macro, and then unfortunately, okay, someone is saying that you want coffee, but I don't know, but you do. You want coffee. Uh, okay, I'm trying to make sense out of what you are saying. So please, if you are here, kindly give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are active here. I can see only one person who has commented for me to know that there's someone here. I just want to know that you are active. So if you are here, give me a thumbs up for me to know that you are active in the class. Okay. So so for the introduction, I said it's a continuation of what we did last week. What is left is that if you can't remember what we did last week, please kindly visit the video that we did it on. It's on my channel. It's still there. So see the cons. You get the see the cons, and then it is there. If you're not subscribed to it after the class, please just subscribe to it so that it'll be easy for you to access my videos. Okay, so let's quickly go to, so for that reason, that part of the video where I treated the micro and the macro got cut off. So I will quickly want to run through the micro and the macro today. Then we'll continue with what you're supposed to do for today. So let me give the preamble of what you are expected to do today. We are going to go through the macro and the macro again, because after watching all the 30 something minutes we did last time, I couldn't see the macro and the macro part, because for whatever reason, I'm sure YouTube cut off that part of the class. So I'll quickly repeat that side quickly, and then today we want to treat what we mean by normative and positive statements, and then we want to see who is an economist, and then the last part is the exciting parts. We want to know that if you are in school and say do economics, say that economics is not a course that you don't want to do, but for you I want you to see some of the benefits, the job opportunities you have, right? If there's any job opportunity you are thinking in your mind, you can type it for me to know what job do you want to do, right? So when we get there, I want you to type for me why do you think you are in senior high school, and then what jobs are you dreaming of doing. let me know before we get to the exciting part, because you'll be shocked that there's so many opportunities we have, right? So I know some of you are facing network problems. You are dropping and coming in, but this is understood. The class will be recorded anyway. Okay. So I'm recapping what we did in the last class that couldn't show because YouTube, for some whatever reason, cut it off. It was the macro and the micro, right? The macroeconomics has to do with the bigger part of the economy, right? The big stuff that happen in the economy. So if I think those who watched live didn't lose that part that I gave them assignments, that you should watch news. Watch news. Economic students, please watch news. It's one of the most interesting parts. If you begin to watch it, then you value what you are learning in class. You see that it is just part of you. It's not anything that they are saying that adults should sit down and be watching, right? So if you watch, you see they'll be discussing things like inflation. Prices are becoming too high in the economy. They'll be talking about things like unemployment. We'll be talking about things like monetary policies. That means, was interest rates are too high. Those things that they are discussing, they are big, like the bigger things. Sorry, that affect the economy. So we term those things as macro, macro, so macroeconomics, right? I said it in the other video. Those who watch it live would have seen it. So the micro aspect is the one that has to do with the individuals, the households, the firm, the small parts of the economy. So you take a part of the economy, like you take maybe your home. What do you do in your home? Why do you buy this food? Why do you buy this clothes? Why do you choose this area to rent? All those small things that happens within the family is what we call micro, right? It doesn't only limit it to we don't limit it to only the household. It also goes to firms. So your mommy sells, assuming mommy or daddy sells in a shop or has his own shop, whatever decision he takes in his shop, it's a micro decision, it's a micro aspect. So we study that in economics as micro. And then we also see things that industries do. Why is Unilever Brothers doing this? Why is how do you call it, Nestle doing that? Anything that we talk about in relation to maybe a company or an industry, we see it as micro, something small. If you go to the bigger aspect, macro, it has to do with the entire economy, the entire country. So you see inflation, you see how do you call it, things like they'll say, okay, we want to deal with maybe free education. It affects the entire country. So such policies are how do we call it, macro issues. So that is a quick recap I want to do on what we did the last time. That's a quick recap on what we did the last time. Okay, so let's quickly go to this part. I said that we are going to treat the positive and normative statements. This one, if once you're done with this, I want you to start practicing it like when you are home. So when sorry, people are texting me. Please, I beg you, don't text me around this time. It affects my network. Okay, so please don't text me around this time. Okay, so you will see that we have two statements that we make in economics, right? Positive and normative. You say economy begin from home. So even when you're home, statements you make, I want you to analyze it yourself, that the statement I'm making, is it a positive statement or a normative statement? I want you to analyze this yourself. So anytime you're talking, you ask yourself, the statement I just made, is it a positive statement or is it a normative statement? So let's take, for instance, you say that, the government is implementing free SHS. That's an example I'm giving. But I want us to know first, what do you mean by positive statements? Positive statements, good morning. Sorry, a colleague is greeting. So, positive statements are statements that are based on facts, the truth. You have the facts about it. So because you have the facts and then all the records about what you are saying, that it is very true, those statements are known as positive statements. So for instance, like the example I mentioned earlier, in Ghana we are implementing free SHS. Is it true? If it is true, it's a positive statement. Senior high school, right? Sorry, I don't know, these flash messages just crossed me. Um, so in Ghana we are enjoying free senior high school. So this free senior high school is what? This statement is a positive statement because it is true. It is based on fact. Are you seeing it? Yes. Most of you are beneficiaries of it. You are coming to school without paying tuition fee, right? That is what we call positive statement. For instance, if in your community they are building how do you call a company there, you say, oh, I've seen they are building this company here. If it is true that they are building a company, and based on fact you can see they are building it, and mostly when they are building it, they put sign there to show that, oh, this is what you are building there. So once you see that what you are saying is true, it means it is a positive statement. Let me use a micro example. Micro means something smaller, maybe from your home. Mommy told you that I'm going to the market. She went to the market, right? So when Adi comes, where is mommy? Mommy is going to the market. That statement is true because she said she's going to the market and she actually went to the market. So that is a positive statement. But let's say a normative statement. Normative statements are statements that you make, right, that are not based on facts, like they are opinions, they are your thoughts that you are making, you are trying to put out. So for instance, I can say that, oh, I know this government is the best government ever. That could be your opinion. You ask someone, the person say that, why do you mean this government is the best one ever? Probably the previous one could be best. So that statement you're making is based on your opinion. It's not a fact or something that you've written down that this one is good than that, right? But based on your opinion, on where you stand, you can say that this government is the best. If you say this government is the best, that is your opinion, right? If you tell someone, the person will say that is your opinion. As compared to, for instance, if you tell someone that I'm enjoying free SHS, it's not your opinion. Someone can say no, it's not true. You say, okay, go to the senior high school, you see. Students are in school, are they paying tuition fee? No. So it's a positive statement. But normative statement is based on your own opinion. Let's say, for instance, let me use the mommy situation. Mommy goes to the market. So when she came, when she was leaving, she said, oh, I'm going out and come. I'll be back soon. She didn't tell me specifically where she's going to. But in your opinion, you calculate, okay, when she was going, I saw her carrying money. She wrote a list of some items, so I think she's going to the market. So I did ask, where is mommy? Then you say, I think mommy went to the market. It is a normative statement in this case because she just said she was going out. Probably she was not going to the market. Maybe she was going to send someone else to the market. Maybe it could be that she went to the market. But in this case, that is your opinion you have formed, that she's going to the market. Okay, so from now on, your assignment, so your previous one I gave you was that you should watch news. If you watch the news, please type yes in the comments. Let me see if you really watch the news. Type yes. If you didn't watch, you can give me any reason why you didn't watch in the comment section for me to see. I want to see that you're active in the class. So please let me know, did you watch the news, or you forgot, or you couldn't remember the assignment? So please type it in the comment section. Let me see whether you watched or you didn't watch. Okay, so back to what we were discussing. So from now on, your assignment for today, before we meet next week, God willing, next week, is that any statement you make, I want you to ask yourself, the statement I've made right now, is it a positive statement? Is it based on the facts, truth, that have evidence to back what I'm saying? Or it's just a normative statement, something I've just said that may be true or may not be true, but it's based on my opinion. So that is your assignment. Repeating assignment again. Your assignment is that from today onwards, if you are talking to your friend, your daddy, anyone you are talking to, any statement you make, I want you to ask yourself that what you are saying, is it based on a fact? Is it true? If it's very true, with all the evidence closer to you that you have, then you can term it as positive statement. So right now I'm making a positive statement now. Just joke with it that, oh, right now I'm trying to make a positive statement now, so it will stick. Okay. Or if you know that what you are saying is based on your opinion, oh, I think she went to the market, I think we did this, oh, is it possible that this can be done, oh, you should do this. Once you start making this statement, tell yourself that, oh, I'm trying to make some, just jokingly tell yourself that, oh, I'm making some normative statements. In that situation, you help yourself to remember what you did in class. So we are done with the positive statement. Positive statements, as I said, is based on facts. It's a truth. You have evidence that this is very true. So for instance, what I use common to us is the free SHS. Very true, we are seeing it. And the normative one is the one that is based on your opinion, right? So it may not be true, it could be true. That one is your opinion. Okay. So that just being said, if you have any question I would like to have it. I realize that you are not how do you call it, participating enough. Once you type things in the comment section, it makes me know that yes, you are with me. Okay. And don't forget, when you come to the class, make sure you give me a thumbs up to see that you are also live in class. Okay. So let's move to what we want to do. The next thing we want to do today, we want to find out who is an economist, and then we want to find some of the opportunities we have. You came to senior high school and they gave you economics. It was part of your course. Yes, economics is part of one of my electives. What are the benefits of that course they gave you, right? So after we know what is the economist, then we want to see some of the benefits of you doing this course as economist. Okay, so let's see. Last time we defined in the previous video we defined economics. Most of you gave me some of the definitions of economics. I have a video on that too on the channel, so you could, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can watch those videos. Just scroll through and see some of the videos and watch. And before we started the class, I quickly posted a video on the platform. I think it's a 1 minute 16-second video telling you about who an economist is. The simplest way I can ever tell you about who an economist is. You didn't see my face in that video because I used the AI to do it, so you didn't see my face in it. But the concepts I wanted to put out was that I wanted to address you about who exactly became as an economist. It is not someone extravagant wearing a suit working somewhere and say that this person is an economist. No. In this case, you want to find out who do we say is an economist. Let's remember that in the last class we talked about where does economics start from. So if you know where it starts from, you need that's where it is practiced, right? So whoever practices economics is an economist. So whoever, good morning, sorry, I'm using a colleague too. Whoever practices economics is an economist. So let me see, what do we mean by that? We define economics, right? That is the study of human behavior. Someone gave me the economics own with so many definitions all of you gave me, which is very nice, and I appreciate that in the comment section. And we saw that anyone who studies how goods are produced, consumption is done, distribution is done, is an economist. That's all what economics has to do with. And then how we can manage our limited resources to obtain our maximum goals, right? So anyone who does that is an economist. So for instance, let's see, if you wake up in the house and mommy says that I'm going to work today, I want to take care of the house today, you will be going on and say, okay, we don't have this today, we have this soup in the fridge, we have that, let's see what can we use it for. At that point, you are trying to make sure that these are the resources available to you. How do we maximize it? How do we use it to benefit everyone in the home or to satisfy our wants? Whatever you are doing at that point, you are studying how can this be done to achieve this goal. Once you are doing that, you are an economist. So you don't need to wear, there's someone say, okay, let me wear a big suit and be walking around. But most people tend it like, unless you become a professional, right? So to polish up your economics, at least economics we do every day in our lives. Because once in that video, one I posted on the platform right before the class, I said that once you have a goal the goal could be that I want to become how do you call it? Maybe a journalist. I have 3 years in senior high, and I have 4 or 5 years in college or university to become this. How do I manage? So you start studying, not studying as you're reading books, like as you're reading books. You start analyzing, how do I do this to make sure that I achieve that goal? Whatever you're doing, you are studying how you're able to manage your little time, the little resources your parents have, your little strength you have, manage your little books you do to be able to achieve that goal. At that point, you are an economist because you are studying how to achieve a particular goal, right? So that's the simplest way I can say it for you to understand. So economy doesn't mean that you're a big person sitting in a bank somewhere. That no, those count. But as we reiterated from last week's class, once economy starts from home, once you are studying how to practice it from home, whatever you know from home, for we can say confidently that you are an economist. So before you become the professional, yes, that you professionalize it, or not become a professional before you call yourself as an economist, like professional economist. But you are an economist as simple as it is that you have a goal, you have resources, as we studied in last week class, resources which are not enough, they are scarce. How do I, you start studying, how do I use these little resources I have to attain these goals, right? Which are your wants and your needs? Once you're able to do that, you are, my friend, an economist. Okay. Okay, so before we move to the next one, which is the last part of what we are going to do for today's class, which has to do with what are some of the prospects you have, right, as an economist, right? What are some of the opportunities you have once you are in school right now? So I want you to type in the comment section for me. What do you want to be? What do you want to be in future, right? I want you to type in the comment. I want to see and know that I'm talking to you guys. So what do you want to be in future? Please type it right now for me to see. Okay, what do you want to be? So that by the time I finish listing out all the opportunities you have, you realize that you'll be the happiest person ever, because you are doing a course that will give you thousands of opportunities that you are not aware of. So whatever job you want to do, please type it. The comment section is down there. Just click on it, type, okay, I want to be this, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor, whatever you want to be. Just type it for me to see. Okay. So aside that, let's quickly go to what are some of the benefits, right, that you can enjoy for studying economics. So I'm curious to know what you want to do, so that will help me to be able to relate to your examples. So please type in the comment section, what do you want to be, what job do you want to do one day, right, when you finish school, or what job, what's your dream? Please type it, let me see. So please, I want you to interact with me for me to see. Okay. Most people, when you ask them, maybe I say, what do you want to do? They say, oh, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a lawyer, or I want to be this. Oh, they are all good, but I want you to know that it's not only limited to all those things. We have so many opportunities, like so heavy opportunities that we have for studying economics, right? So heavy opportunities we have for studying economics. Let me state a few of them. There are so many, like so many that I don't know how to state everything today. But as time permits, I will state some of them. You can find, if you study economics, right? So you're in senior high school now, you finish, you study economics, that give you opportunity to be able to study it at a higher level. Okay, someone says she wants to be an accountant, that is good. Okay, so I got it from Jeremy. Okay, that's the name I can see. And maybe you are using your parents' phone, so you want to be an accountant, that is good. So I want to hear from the others, right? Economics offers you so many big opportunities, like huge, a lot that you know of. So I don't want to limit yourself. So please, in any time that you see that and say that people are saying there are no jobs in the market or whatever it is, know that as an economist, once you have studied economics, you are at a higher advantage because you have so many opportunities that you can get as an economist. So, hey, those who are coming in, please give me a thumbs up. I'm seeing a lot of people, but I'm not seeing my thumbs ups help me a lot. You know, aside everything, when you give me a thumbs up, everything, it tells people that, oh, you're having a particular class somewhere, they can also join. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you have not yet, and those who have not subscribed, please do and subscribe. Okay, so any videos I put there, you will see it without me notifying you. Back to class. So let's see some of the opportunities we have, right? We have, we can work in the banking sector, like finance and banking sector. So I'm grouping them into categories. We can work in the finance or the banking sector. You can also work in the public sector or the private sector. You can also work in NGOs or international organizations, and there are other fields you can venture. Before I move to the public and to talk about the jobs, let me quickly make this comment that when we talk about the public sector, right, it has to do with anything that has to do with the government. You are serving, any work you do, that's the state is the one that pays you, right? We term it as what? The public sector. So in that situation, all the resources in the public sector is the sector whereby all the resources in that sector are owned and controlled by the government. Okay, so if you are working in the public sector, it means that the government is the one that pays you, right? Someone say, I want to be a lawyer. Wow, okay. So Kafri Amegashi, you want to be a lawyer, that's fine. So I want to hear for the rest what you want to be. Okay. And then also if you want to work with the private sector, right? Private means that all the resources are owned and controlled by the private individuals. So if your daddy is someone who is having his own business, he's working in the private sector because the money and everything belongs to him. He's a private individual. Those who are selling their tomato pepper and those things in the market, it's a private thing, so it's for them, right? The government doesn't own their tomatoes shop or whatever it is. If you're having a provision shop somewhere, that shop belongs to you, it doesn't belong to the government. So you are working within the private sector. It means this is a sector whereby all the resources are owned and controlled by the private individual. The government sector is when the resources are owned and controlled by the states. So the one who actually pays you is the government or the states, right? So now let's go back to our jobs. I made that comment because I'm going to say that you can work in the private sector or the public sector. So this is some of the things that jobs I can do. So please listen carefully. And I'm waiting to see more people the job they want to do, right? So please type in the comment section the jobs you want to do. Please type for me. Let me see. I'm very curious to know, right? So first I said you can work in the finance or the banking sector. Let's see what we mean by that. What kind of jobs you can get? For instance, you can be a financial analyst. People can come to you that they have their money, they have capital and all those things. So capital and gold, we will be studying later on, like one of the topics, that they have money, they have those things, but they don't know how to manage, they don't know which investments to make. So you, the one who studied economics, because the moment you go to form 2, you study one of the most enjoyable topics, and when you go to the higher level, you see how enjoyable it is. You study how people can manage them. Some of the opportunities you as an economist can see, they cannot see, because after all, you study this, they didn't study it. So they come to you that, please, I want you to analyze this for me. I have my money, I want to invest in this, and can you analyze to see what is the best way I can invest my money? We call them financial analysts, right? I keep referring you to videos on my channel, so that is why I need you to subscribe, right? I have a video on my channel about the jobs that has gone, that one, I took it one by one to explain every little meaning of the jobs, but this way I have to run through them because there are so many, so I cannot say everything, so but I will state them in point. But if you want to know the details of it, you will see it in one of my videos. Is the exciting jobs that people can do as economists. Okay, so the second one, investment analyst. Someone can do an investment and then call you to come and analyze his investment for him, that the investment he has done, he wants to see whether it is okay or it's okay for him to invest in that one, right? So you become an expert in investment, and that is studied in economics. Yes. So it is not about you doing demand and supply. That's all people know about economics. When you mention economics, people say, hey, demand and supply. No, it's not only that one. So you can also become an investment analyst. Watch that video, my channel, to understand the details of them, okay, and probably the amount they are paid. Oh, and every economist job you get, in fact, you'll be paid very well, very well. Or you can also be a risk analyst. So the first one I mentioned, financial analysts. I mentioned investments analysts. You can be a risk analyst. This is only in the finance and banking sector. A risk analyst. So you analyze people's risks in their businesses for them, right? You will be paid really well. Or you can be a banking officer. If you are not been to a bank before, one day your parents are going to a bank, please just follow them. But when you go to get your third year, we give project work to my girls. I normally give project work to them that if you don't have an account, you have to walk into a bank and then try and then see what goes on in a bank, because it's relating to money and banking, which we are not yet there. But you see banking officers, they go there, they are there, they are in their nice suit, and then they ask you, please, you are welcome, how do we help you? Some of them are tellers, they collect your money and then the process do all those things for you. So that is a banking officer. Or you can be a stockbroker. So people buy stocks on behalf for people. Right? Someone wants to buy a stock in some business or something, because you have the understanding, or you have the qualifications, or the expertise, right? They come to you and they pay you good money to be able to be a stockbroker for them. So those are some of the few ones that I can mention in the banking sector. You can also be in a business, right, or consulting. People can want to set up business, they come and consult you. There's this video I watch. I like watching a lot of YouTube video, not because I'm a YouTuber myself, but I like watching a lot of YouTube videos, right, authentic ones. There was this lady who was a business consultant, and the money she makes, my goodness. The only thing is I don't have interest in those fields. If not, I would have gone there. I don't like money that much, but it's part of our life. So, and let's take it that way. So she makes good money. People come and consult her about their businesses, and if your business is collapsing, she's able to help you bring it back, because she has the expertise. She said economics. The other people didn't say economics, but they did their business. So if they need help, they come to her, and then she's able to do that because she has that knowledge. Yeah, she studied economics. And then we have market research analysts. We have some, at this point, there are many, so let me just state them. I'll just state them. So as I said, I have a video on this. That one will give you the detailed explanations of it. Okay. So you have data analysts, we have supply chain analysts, management consultants. Now let's see what you can do in the public sector, right? When you want to work for the government, what can you do as an economist? Someone who has studied economics can be an economist. So if the government wants any advice on anything that they could do for the country, you can be employed to do that, right? Or you join a team of those who do that. Oh, and they get good money, good money. Or you can be a policy analyst. For instance, the government says, I want to do free education, or I want to do free food, or I want to do free sandal for everyone, or free tablets, which we are praying comes through for everyone. So you will be the one who consults this policy you want to do. Are you sure that this policy is going to help us, benefit us? What are some of the benefits? What are some of the risks? So you are the one, or you and your team members will be those who are going to do that for the government. Oh, and they get good money, right? It's not be a one-time job. It's something that you can do. People are employed to be doing that. So when you go to Ghana Statistical Service, right, GSS. So in Ghana, you go to Ghana Statistical Service, you see most people who are there are economists, right? Because they analyze data. So in that case, you can be a statistician or statistical officer. So aside being a policy analyst, you can be a statistical officer. And we have so many of them. We need them. Anytime, the last time, I don't know whether you remember the population census we did. They were those in charge of all those things, right? So it's something, if you want to do it monthly employed, yes, you have a job. Great job. You can be a tax consultant. You can be a revenue officer. So if you want to work at GRA, Ghana Revenue Authority, so in Ghana, if you want to work in Ghana Revenue Authority, you have so much potential because you studied economics. So you see why I told you the subject is one of the best subjects you should study. Okay, so those who are saying economics is a subject that I don't really like, please like it. Once you like it, you see all these opportunities are there for you, plenty. It's not only about maybe it's not only about being how do you call it, maybe a nurse, a teacher, and this and that, an accountant, a lawyer. Those are good opportunities, but you have so many of them, so you can broaden your interests. For because you are limited to the little ones, that's why you're choosing from those range. That's announced. I'm still waiting for people to type what they want to be. So just for if you want a security, you can just say, okay, lawyer, doctor, whatever you want, just type it that way. I want to know that you guys are active with me in the class. Okay, I want to be seeing that we are chatting. Okay, so let's see some of the other ones. So you can also venture into academia, like school stuff. What can you do in the school setting, education setting? That means setting. You can also be a researcher. So you will research on things that are affecting companies, that are affecting the governments and everything, and that's a great job to do. You can also be a lecturer. Okay, so you can be a lecturer. That means you can be lecturing economics, right? Or a teacher, economics teacher, like I'm doing. So you can be an economics teacher or a lecturer, or you make good money. You make good money. That's you'll be happy with. Yes. And also you can also be an econometrics specialist. You have so many in academia too. So let's leave the academia. Let's move to the opportunities you have if you want to work with international people who like to be paid in dollars. So if you want to be paid in dollars, please type yes, yes. You want to be paid in dollars for me to see. Those who want to be paid in dollars, I want you to be active in class. So please, if you want to be paid in dollars, just say yes, yes. I want to be paid in dollars. Okay, someone's question, madam, please, how can economic benefits in law? Oh, you have so many, all the ones I am listing, right? You have so many opportunities, and we have business law that people do. We have almost if you see what we are talking about, like economics is, it's not only about how do you call it, going to maybe a criminal because something you want to defend a person. No, you have business law. People's businesses have a lot of problems. You have millions of businesses in this world or in this country that will have a problem, but your law will be towards something that has to do with business. Okay, the business aspect of the company, or sometimes it has to do with research. Anything that how do we call it, any company come to you with. And most companies, businesses face so many problems. And once it has to do with business, oh my friend, you are there. You are there. So it is, you have a very broad chance. So being a lawyer is very, 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 very good. And then you have a great potential as someone who has studied economics. So anything that has to do with the business aspect, right, of any business, they'll come to you. Someone said that, okay, we had a problem with maybe finances or something, you are there. You have a problem with maybe someone you in transactions you have made, you are there. Like it's normal. I can't talk about everything. That's why I said the video I made on this thing, the video I made on the jobs morning, the jobs that economists. Of life. Sorry, I was talking to a colleague. So the video I made on the jobs opportunities, right? It is there. So I want you to, good morning, welcome. So I want you to please try and watch that one. When you watch it, you see that I've made it in details. That in that video you will not see my face, right? But you see that I gave this thing, the jobs, and then I took time to explain it so that it can save us some time. So Kafri, you have so much opportunities. Please study it and become the economics lawyer. You can do it. Okay. So if anyone has any other question too, you can still ask us. But I also want to know other people's jobs they want to do, right? So you have wonderful jobs. Let's see those who want to earn dollars. Well, now it means no one wants to earn dollars. If you want to earn dollars, let me say yes. Say yes in the comment section that you want to earn dollars. If you want to earn dollars, you don't have a problem. You study economics, you are good to go. What this means is that you can be a development economist, right? You can work with economists. We are having so many people who want to work with. Sorry for the background noise. My colleagues are in, so we have. Background noise. I guess I can tell you my mind. Okay, so we have how do you call it? So many people who want to work with international organizations, right? So once you study the economy, I remember when we were at university, you'll be given options whether you want to study international economics or you want to study other aspects, right? So those who wanted to work with international organizations, who want to be earning dollars, work with the UN, UNESCO, ECOWAS, those countries, right? I say countries, sorry, those organizations. Study economics, you are able to go. Opportunities very wide. What this means is that you can be a development economist. Most developed countries are interested in the underdeveloped ones, and then they come down, right? They do policies or programs that help us. So you hear things like they are giving aids to countries. The economists are there. because they have to study to know how the AIDS, not HIV/AIDS. I mean aid, as in help that they give to countries. They have to study to know. Sorry, please sign here. So they have to study to know how those aids could be delivered safely, so that those who need it to get it. So you see that economists are there, right? Aside that, you also see that those who want to work with the UN, right? You are also, there's like, the opportunities are so big, so vast, so plenty, so plenty that I don't know how to mention them. So any international organization that you want to work with, you have an opportunity. Just study economics and you are good to go. Aside that too, if you want to work with how do you call it, in the science, like tech, those technology kind of sector, oh, you are good to go, right? You can be a data scientist, you can be an actuary, like, so all these ones I'm mentioning, I've explained them in that video, so please just watch it to help you, right? You can be an AI or learning analyst. So let's see other fields that aside those I mentioned. There are so many. So I've said to get detailed and how do you call it, explanation on this one, watch that video about I think I termed it as 20, is it 20 or something, or I think I shortened it to 20 exciting jobs you can do as an economic student, so you can get it. Okay, so kindly watch that video to get every detailed explanation. But if not, you can still post the question in the comment section for me. I'll see it. Even after class, I will still answer you. Okay, so also we have other things you can do, which I consider is in these days, especially if you're in Ghana, as one of the best things as an entrepreneur. That's one thing you can also do. Other thing you can do is like, you can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means someone who has set up his own business, right? So you can set up your own business. With your seniors, I did something. I think I gave them a project work that they should go and study in your locality. The more you serve people, the more you have opportunities, right? So economists aside that, we identify where there's a problem. Once you identify a particular problem and you offer a solution, that becomes your job. So you become an entrepreneur. They look for opportunities, not opportunities, they look for where there's trouble, right? Where everybody's complaining about something. Oh, this one is not going on well. But you as an economist, you sit back and say, this problem could be like, how do you call it, a great opportunity for you. You see the problem and you see that this is one thing you can benefit from. So the next thing you do is that instead of complaining about the problem with the other people, you are seeing through the problem, that how can I solve this problem and make money out of it. That was one of the project work I give to your seniors to do, right? So you identify a problem in your locality or something, and then you see that problem. So economists, you can be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs, you identify a problem where everybody's complaining, you don't complain. You look at the problem and you see the problem like, wow, that's an opportunity to make some money, and then you create your business surrounding that how do you call it, that problem, solving that problem and making money out of the problem people are facing by providing solutions to that problem. So you become an entrepreneur, or you can become a journalist. So that's why I say watch those who watch the news. You see journalists all the time, right? So we have the journalists that are very specialized in business aspects, the economic aspects. So if you watch news, those who are not into the economic part, if the government is discussing something, they don't give the valuable like how do you call it, content on those issues, because they are naive. Not that I'm not saying they are naive as in naive bad, but what they mean is that they don't have the qualification or the detailed knowledge to be those journalists, right? You can become a journalist that is specialized in economic issues. So if things are happening in the country, you are the best person to go to explain it very well. That's why sometimes we have favorite journalists, because they understand what they are doing. It has to do with economy. You cannot get up and go and study any other thing and then say you want to be an economist. A journalist who can explain things that are going on in an economy. You will not have that how do you call it, that skill. But someone who has studied economics can do that and do all other ones that they are doing too. So you can see your advantage. If you want to be a journalist, you are good to go with economics. or you want to be a real estate analyst. So we know real estate has to do with how do you call it, accommodations for people in the country and businesses. So if you want to venture into those ones too, you have great potential there. You can be an economic blogger, or people put, if you people, my network is going back. I don't know how come my network went back and came back to 10 minutes. That is a problem. That I don't know why you to keep doing that. So those who are live gonna be benefit. I'm just hoping at the end of the class, something we are done almost 41 minutes. I'm now seeing as 10 minutes 28 seconds. So it means those who are not live, I just hope they're able to access that part. And or you can also be a YouTuber like what I'm doing, right? People have done it like they are as if they are 100% job. They wake up in the morning, the only job they do is being a YouTuber, putting content and being paid for their content. So I'm not being paid for my content yet. So that is why if I am doing this class, this one is for free. They're not paying me for it. But your seniors paid me for it, so I made some money for your senior, but you got it for free. So that is that. So that is why at least your likes and all this thing at least help my video somehow. So one day when I start making the money, don't worry, I will share it with you. So people use this as how do you call it, a job, a full-time job, right? So you can do that. So there are many numerous opportunities, as I said, when you study economics. So for today's class, this is where we are going to end. Unfortunately, I am just hoping that the one we have done earlier should be there, because I am seeing the time has reduced back to 11 minutes 31 something, which I am not happy about, because I'm hoping that all that we have discussed, the others can also benefit. So to make it easy for you, what I'll do is that I'll post a video on the jobs that I said, right? I'll post a link to that video on the job that I said, so that it will be easy for you to access. And at this point, please, those who have not subscribed, please subscribe, so that one day I can start making money from here. But until then, please do the job assignment I gave you. The assignment was that if you go and then you are making any statements, find out the statement you are making, whether it's a positive statement or a normative statement. Positive means something that is based on facts and truth, and then if you are making a normative one, it's based on your opinion, right? We said that today. And then we also saw what the public and the private sector has to do. We saw who an economist is. And right now, as you are having your goals and your objectives, if you have forgotten, please watch that short video I put on the platform before the class. That should tell you whether you're an economist or not. And then you can become a professional, like by studying economics, which I gave you as the jobs you can do. So please, if you are studying economics, you should be one of the happiest students ever, because your opportunities are so vast that you can access. My best one for you to really, like, I prefer among all these jobs, right, is the entrepreneur, right? You create your own job, you are your own boss, etc. But all these jobs I've stated, they will give you good money. If you want dollars, you can also get the opportunity by working with the international companies. So these are some of the things we did for today. I'm still reiterating, I don't know why YouTube did this. I'm still seeing our time as 30 minutes. All this almost more than 1 hour we have done, showing as 30 minutes. I just hope that content is not lost for them, because that's a lot of valuable content I just did. I can't repeat that class again. Last week you have to make me repeat this class again. So I'll check on that and see why that is happening. Could probably be a network. When it cuts off, it cuts everything off. So I'll see you in my next class. It's today, because the reason is that today I have some work to do, so I have to reset the class for this morning. But God willing, next week, all things being equal, we're going to have our class at 1:30 as previously scheduled. Okay, and kindly let's all be on time. It is beneficial to join live. Try and join live, because I'm seeing that YouTube is not helping us save YouTube is not helping us save a lot of content. All the ones I've done right now, I'm just seeing only like 40 minutes, which is really not helpful. So I'm going to see you in our next class, God willing, Thursday at 1:30. So I'll see you guys. Until then, I'm going back to my office. Until then, if you have any questions, please kindly put it on the comment section for me. And then I'm going to put the link to the video I promised you, right? The link to that video is going to be there. The one I promised you on the jobs. So please watch. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section for me, and then I will answer on that video, comment section on that video. So I know that questions is towards that video. Okay. So until then goodbye for now. Bye, and thank you for joining today's class. God bless you. Have a blessed